Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Black Magic Forkery, featuring maybe the highest upvoted post of all time. I don't remember anything on here getting over 100,000. Hold on, let's see. Double check. Is it? It is! Okay, well, we'll get to that after the other 18 posts. We got something to look forward to. Let's start off with number 19, Water Sorcerer summoning Aquaman. What is he painting on? Is it just the ground? Oh, what the heck? You must have been putting down some kind of hydrophobic coating? But how do you track where you've actually painted it? It looked completely invisible. Have you got like a black light or something? Also, it looks like he lost his patience. He's like, okay, this is taking forever for the water to just slowly go over the entire image. Let's just get to the payoff. Nobody on the internet wants to wait for the payoff. Let's just make it happen. How did he track where he drew, though? I don't understand. He had to have some way, or he's just, man, imagine if he's this good at drawing when he can't see. Just bring something you can see into the mix. This guy is unstoppable. Cool trick. I think I've seen this one before. I don't know if we've seen this one before. I feel like there's some trickery in play here. I don't even think I could stack two pool triangles on top of each other using pool balls as the support. Like, how is it not just falling all over the place? How did he get on there in the first place? Even if he has something to hang off of and descend onto the thing, how did they stack all these? I have so many questions. I just don't think it's possible. There's got to be some kind of invisible tripwire that's hanging the whole system up. And there was really no risk. There's really actually no pressure there on the bottom of the thing. Or this was all done via CG. Frozen grape plus chilled water. Yet another, I believe we have probably seen before. I think if I recall correctly, the explanation was distilled water, you can freeze below the freezing point of water just because of its lack of imperfections. And as long as it's not disturbed, it won't realize, dude. It's like you're tricking it. It doesn't realize, oh, I need to freeze right now. But then you introduce something like a grape and it's like, oh, shoot, dude. I forgot about physics for a second. Sorry, nobody pay attention. Nobody, it's fine. I'm ice. I'm ice right now, okay? Nobody saw that I forgot. I'm gonna get in trouble for not obeying physics, okay? You're gonna write me a ticket, dude. It's not cool. The physics police don't mess around. After many requests, here's the attempt to make it. I feel like maybe we missed some what? I was gonna say I feel like we missed some context, but what in the heck? How though? What, you can float a basketball using a leaf blower? Oh, I need to go buy myself a leaf blower. This seems like a good Dude Perfect video. Leaf blower basketball levitation trick shots. You've created a new sport here, dude. I don't think this would count as traveling because the ball is never actually being, held by anyone. You're allowed to just toss a shot from across the court if you want to. Your odds of making it in are small, but this just allows you to, keep it in the air a little bit more controlled, and then you can make it in. Seems like a perfectly legal way to get the ball into the hoop. You are exposing yourself to having it stolen. It's not the most protected way carrying the ball, but sometimes dribbling can be tricky. So, dude, that's wild. That one didn't want to load. So, Kestrel hover control. Reminds me, did you ever see one of those toys? There are different versions of it, but I think the first one I ever saw was like a plastic eagle figurine, but all the weight is focused in the head of it, and it would have like this little thing you could mount it on. Like the edge of the beak would mount right here, but all the rest of the eagle body would be behind it, and you'd be like, how the heck is it balancing on just the tip? So it's like this, but it's floating in the air, and it's a real bird. Chickens get wrecked. Chickens think they're all cool, that someone can hold them and move them around and the head stays in the exact same location. This is the real next level talent right here, okay? Frickin' floating in the air, keeping its head totally stationary while the body like pivots around. What in the world, dude? That's nuts. I wonder if it knows what it's doing, or if it's just coincidentally completely stuck in place because the wind is too strong and it's like, this sucks, I need to get over there and I can't. Octopus Camouflage. We've definitely seen this one before. Here's a trick my dad taught me a long time ago. All right, what kind of guitars we got in the background there, dude? Looking like a pretty sweet setup. Any what is a PRS? I've got a PRS. Okay, I'm totally not paying attention. He wrapped it around his fingers. And now what? Just magically comes off. I wonder if it's just because it's like an elastic band and you can just pull it quickly enough that it'll just come off your fingers, but it almost looks like it was never wrapped around to begin with. I can't read. Is it elastic? I can't tell if it's elastic or not, but you just build up enough tension and maybe it just comes off. We need a slow-mo replay of this in like 30,000 frames per second. We'll see exactly what went on here. Was it never wrapped around his fingers to begin with? The world may never know. Let's not ruin the trick. Roll clouds over Lake Michigan are quite recurrent. I'm sorry, but if I see that, I'm evacuating as quickly as possible. Because that looks like some kind of alien invasion. Okay, I've seen enough science fiction movies to know that this is nothing good. Either that or it's like Stephen King Mist. And there's a whole new species of aliens inside of there. And they might not be super intelligent with spaceships and stuff, but they're out for blood. So, dude, I mean, it's cool. And he says it's quite recurrent. You guys out there in Michigan getting alien invasions all the time? Must be why the Ford GT looks like a spaceship. Infinite card. Wait, what? Did it keep... What the heck? Hey. What? How? What? What? That's how many layers can you? How does it do? How do you do origami folds that end up like unfolding and folding right back on the? What kind of engineering is this? Whoever engineered this is like super underappreciated. I just envision them at their desk being like, should have gotten employed at Boeing, should have gotten employed at NASA, should have gotten employed at Lockheed. God dang it! I'll show them. I'll design the wildest tourist brochure card the world has ever seen. They'll regret not employing me. They could have had a self-propelling, self-folding spaceship. We could have been on Pluto by now. But no, they turned me down, sent me over to the greeting card manufacturers instead. Yeah, well, here's what they were missing. No one could figure it out, but I cracked the code. Ghost zoomies. That's pretty cool, because usually you'll see these. Well, at least you'll see these around here when it's not very wet and rainy, and it'll pick up like some sticks, twigs, leaves, things like that, a little bit of dirt, and twirl around a bit, but it looks really cool when it's in water, dude. It'd be like you could take this clip, and you put it into a movie, and it would be totally by practical effects. Mother Nature just did the ghost scene for you. It'd be very difficult to, actually make this work with whatever movie you're doing, but that's pretty cool. A falcon's head stabilization. All right, we got more of the chicken stuff going on. You can, I guess it's more of a bird thing in general, not just chickens. You see just like how small the bird's body actually is when it's doing this, just because of like the gap between the feathers and like where the neck is actually moving. Birds without the feathers must just look like the tiniest little thing of all time. Must look so creepy. I don't even want to look up featherless bird because they're probably not supposed to be featherless, so it would be a dead bird, a demonetized bird. Okay, dude, the floating one, way cooler. The falcons are a cooler bird, but how did the one floating in the air doing this get less votes? Showed my manager the tape roll and air compressor video, so he sent me this. Wait, oh my god, dude! I was on point with saying that it was like the tape roll with the air compressor. Oh my god! Okay, so this is the context. We always see it out of order, dude. The sequel never performs as well as the original, so we end up seeing the sequel first, and then we don't have the context. So your manager was not impressed by the tape and air compressor. He's like, psh, this guy hasn't seen the real stuff before, dude. Basketball? That's where the real pros go with this. That was wild. Made this for a school project. The little floaty bits are just styrofoam. What? Oh, this is gonna be one of those things where you can straight up like move things in the air. You take tweezers and just like move its position and it'll stay there? Or are they all getting... I can't tell if it's like an electromagnetic field or if those things are all just blowing air and creating like an equilibrium point in there. But I want it to be one of those things where you can like actually take like a tweezer, move the piece, let it go, and it'll just stay there. Or, oh, it could be sound waves too. It's like sound waves that are just like keeping them in place through the vibrations. I don't know. What is it? I want to know. Oh, okay, it is sound waves. It's speakers. I see. Yep. Acoustic levitation. It's an array of speakers that output really high-pitched sound waves at 40k hertz to trap low-density objects in place. Can you move it, though? I want to see someone put freaking tweezers and just move things in the air. That'd be awesome. Putting a spinning gyroscope in a box. I've always wanted to try one of these things. Is the box going to start like moving around? And the box is going to start balancing on one corner. Yep. Wow, I got both of them. I was like, is the box going to spin around? Is it going to balance on one corner? The answer is all of the above. And then the gyroscope is still spinning on the inside, right? The question is, once the box starts spinning, does the gyroscope itself inside stop spinning and its momentum is transferred into the box? And then when you stop the box, is the momentum transferred back into the gyroscope, or are they both spinning at the same time? I also like how that is the box that the gyroscope came in, so it happens to fit particularly well in there. Probably wouldn't work as well in any other box. Invisibility shield. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder, it probably only works in specific situations where you have pretty uniform backgrounds, because it probably takes whatever is at the edges of the thing and it reflects it so that it looks like it goes all the way through. But if you had things that were like crazy designs in the background, I don't think it would work quite as well. And I don't know if vertical would work well. Maybe it only works horizontally. I'm not sure. Either way, it's pretty nifty. That would be kind of a cool camouflage thing, like for some special forces or something. You come home, you're not really paying attention too much. It's real dark and stuff. And, oh, there are people in my house. It's a raid. We're being invaded by the special forces. I don't know what circumstance under which this would be taking place for me. Let's just hope it's not, but I suppose it could have applications. Hydrographic flames applied to a helmet. Bro, I've never understood how the whole, like, digital camo thing works where you dip something into water with the design on the top and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, there you go. And then the thing that's crazy is it must take so long to reset the whole thing. Like, you get one use out of this whole setup and then you have to redo the surface of the water. Also, though, I don't, like, how does it go stick on so quickly? Like, as soon as the entire thing is submerged, it's like, boom, that's it. There's no worry about the design bleeding off, getting blurred. Nope, it's good to go ASAP. Fluid Dynamics God Mode. Yeah, okay. Is this like... This is Benihana Ultimate Edition. This is Benihana if it were a Las Vegas Michelin 3-star experience at the same time. I just don't understand how you manage to keep things pouring in the right place when you're moving around that quickly and freaking doing it behind your back. How much you must have spilled on you in order to get to this point, and how much you probably still spill on you every now and again. And the top for not only the last month, but for eternity on this subreddit with over 100,000 upvotes. Zoom in on this Forkery. What do you mean zoom in? Like, just zoom in on the image? Is it just a gigantic image? This probably doesn't carry over into the YouTube video. Okay, so this is zoomed out. This is zoomed in. Ah! What is the... I don't like anything of what's going on. It's like I want to be able to zoom in for... Ah, God, it flickers. This definitely, unless you're viewing it at its native resolution, it definitely doesn't carry over to the video, but it's just like, what? What is it? What is it? I don't understand what's happening. It's just like, it's like too many pixels and the scaling on the computer like doesn't doesn't enjoy it. I could look at this for a long time and be entertained while also having my eyes hurt, but nothing is good about this. It's like staring too closely at a CRT TV and you see the red, green, blue, but also you see the image, the other image, and then you're just like, I didn't expect for the top of all time to be just a spectrum of colors on a static image, but my brain is making it not static. You really have to go to the subreddit and see this in person for it to probably make any sense, but it's just, I don't like it. My eyes hurt. And then it looks different here. Why does it look different here than when I go? Okay, I'm just confused. Ow, okay. All right. That's what you gotta see to believe. That's it for the last month of Black Magic Forkery. Whoever designed that thing, I don't know what you did, but I'm hurting. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist if you want to catch more Black Magic Forkery, and subscribe to the channel for more vids in general. I'll see you next time.